We do the puzzle game, the big brain. We'll see what we get. A lot of things to do yet in this game. We still have yet to get to the 46th room. We have like 80 to 90% of the stuff we need for that. So we should be getting there pretty close. Like, we have the means to open all 3 doors to get into the antechamber. All that's left is the 46th room, which I assume we need the moon pendant to do it. I assume. I might be wrong. There's also all the letters, all the extra stuff that we've been doing, the room puzzles, which I'm slowly trying to solve. Yeah. Figure it out. If you're not familiar with Blueprints, Blueprints is a roguelike puzzle game. Your nephew is inherited or is earning the inheritance of their uncle by essentially was left with the estate and everything in it, but the estate is a transforming house that changes day to day. Yet the goal in order to claim the inheritance is to get to the 46th room. So yeah, a lot of planning, a lot of gimmicks and stuff like that to do. A lot of potential plays. Hints are not expressly allowed unless asked for. There are like slightly few exceptions to that. But for the most part, timeouts and bans will be given. Bans will only be given if I've had to ask multiple times, or if a person just comes out and just immediately goes in with a big spoiler for no real reason without question. Like they just pop into the chat just because they're trying to spoil. That person will get kicked the fuck out. But yeah. I do like to solve the puzzle. I have a notebook full of nonsense. Figure it out at some point. Day 19. Here for day 19. There we go. We spent a lot of yesterday trying to solve the picture puzzles in each of the rooms. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 left to solve for. We also have earned the foundation that I guess is always spawns there. I don't know if that's the case, but that's the only area that doesn't respawn every day. We still have one of the, you can't see it. We have one of the permanent additions here that we still have to add. And then we have a whole bunch of puzzles. We have 2 of the 8 red letters that supposedly exist. And then as far as our directory, we're pretty close on the directory, I feel like, aside from special rooms. And we have 3 left in the first 12, 2 left here. We got a lot of rooms last time. We have 1 left here. And then we have 1 here, as well as the 46th room, and actually getting inside the antechamber. Bedrooms, there's only 2 left, 1 being, I think, the master, which we've gotten into the draw pool once, and I'm assuming the ladies' chambers, which is the moon pendant room. Hallways, there's but 1 we have yet to unlock. I don't know what one, but there's a hallway. Green rooms, we have all of them. Shops, we have all but 3, of which I don't think any of these 3 have popped up yet in the, whatchamacallit. Red rooms, we have all of. And then studio editions. I know there are at least 2 more. I imagine there's more than that. Outer rooms, we have 1. We have 1. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get my allowance, and then we'll see. Ideally, if we get any new rooms, we want to try to get them and solve whatever mechanics might be tied to them. The mirror room we've not solved. The locker room we've not fully opened. There are a bunch of rooms that have gimmicks with the pump room and the boiler, not boiler, yes, boiler room. So we have to figure out that shit, but eventually we'll figure it out. We still don't have the new one. Okay. This, I might do this just to take a picture. Thing is, fuck. It said the safes were tied to 8 separate dates. I know there's a safe in the office we need to open. There's a safe in the study. There's a family tree picture here. I'm going to do it just in case. It's probably worthless, pointless, but that's fine. Look at all these dig spots. Anyway, I just want this. I just want to screenshot this for now. Looks like somebody might have been taken off the thing here. But yeah, we have the Sinclair and Epson families mixing together. Trying to see, because there were some busts, and I don't know if that's tied to some of this in the office. Lots of potatoes. I would love some potatoes. Search continues. Author illustrates fanciful stories named Marigold. Marion Marigold was last seen by a blank Friday getting into carriage of late. No sign has been found yet. I don't understand why this word is underlined. We also have the music puzzle to solve. We've gotten most of it. We can probably brute force it, honestly, but the first part of it, all the bold words, the first words on the sheet are our true message. That's what it is. And so from the sheets we have under 2 stones. Something about under 2 stones. We need to get into the music room and where's the other one actually? The music room. Where was number 5? Shoot. I think it was the greenhouse. We need the greenhouse and that. Nothing else in here? I don't think so. Alright, I just needed the screenshot of that family tree, because that might be relevant, but I'm guessing everything involves a date. Let me check something real quick. Very good. But yeah, we still have a long way to go here, chat. Long way. Nice cozy puzzle game. And from my understanding, there's some post-game stuff too. That's fine. Foundation is the only room that doesn't reset aside from the antechamber and the 46th room, I'm assuming. Unless there's another gimmick to the mortuary. Ooh. There's also, we have to melt the freezer. To do that, I think we need either a utility closet or something else. We'll do den first. Mainly because I don't like to start with the corner off the bat, and there is, at some point, there is I would assume a reward for getting the house completely filled in one run. Alright, the code check. It's good that it's in the rotation. I think we'll do storeroom to get gear for now. Oh wait, I didn't grab the other set of coins. Drawing room's not bad. Requires a gem off the bat though. We'll do drawing room. The only areas I need clues for the paintings are the top 4 rows. There's a couple of them that I haven't been able to truly solve, which has kind of irked me, but that's fine. Pantry's fine. Patio would be a dead end. Patio's pretty fucking good though. Though I think it's better later. One of them, I don't remember which one it is. One of the green rooms gives you, gets rid of the gem cost. West Wing Hall is probably pretty good. Kitchen wouldn't be bad, but not now. Alright, yeah, we have a million dig spots, no shovels though. Other hallway. We'll do a hallway again. Start moving our way back a little bit. Passageway would probably be good here. Costs 2 gems off the bat though. Yeah, we'll do it just so we have more access. Hello, Corin. Welcome. We back to puzzles. Ooh. This would be better actually. My last gem though. Last gem off the bat. Blowing. Ooh, a vault key. For 149. Understood. I'm trying to think. Is there any of these rooms I've not been in? I've not technically been in the vaults. Or whatever room that is. This looks like a art studio or something. Every other room I've been in. More puzzles. Hopefully it's some progress. Alright, this is fine. We're gonna go this way. I spent all my gems already. That's not good. No good. We'll get the spare room out of the way. Such a nuisance of a room. Walk-in closet doesn't work here though. Bedroom is fine. Steps. Not that I really need them right now, but... That's probably better. If I find a shovel, it's gonna be a heyday. Ooh. Apple's pretty good right now, actually. Cost me money. Cost me money, but it's fine. Any money or anything in here, though? Number of dig spots is kind of absurd. Where would I want it to be? This is probably not bad if it were here. Okay. I can get the closet here. Wouldn't be great, but it would work. Solarium. Ooh. If I can get the solarium here, that'd be beautiful. But I want the bonus. Alright. Got a key, that, this, and a sledgehammer. Keycard's good. Actually, thinking on this. I should go back and do that security room. It'll cost me a few steps. But security has this. Keycard system. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. Keycard system is currently operational. Keycard system settings. Security level medium. I have a key card. Security level determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed in your estate. You should expect, e.g., you should expect to see 1 or 2 security doors with low setting and 5 to 6 with high setting. I want to do high. And my logic for this is I have the key card. Key card means I don't have to worry about my key being, keys being as wasted, at least for a few of these rooms. It's a key card I can multi-use. So I'm going to do that. What's offline mode? This mode determines the default setting and the security doors will be set to if power is lost during a blackout, for example. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working on a state. So this gives me the option with utility closet. If I turn it to shut the keycards off, it means all of them will be unlocked as a state of being. We could set that to unlocked. That way I don't have to worry about it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, we have nothing. Okay. This is fine. Anyway, I want solarium? Nah, you're not gonna give me a solarium. You'll give me a blue bedroom though. And a gem. Nice. I'll take a gem. Alright. Doing really well, currently. Solid start. Could use more gems and keys, but this is fine. Alright. Fill that out right quite nicely, chat. Not quite nicely. Half my steps. Is this consecutive? Like every time I run into it? I still haven't confirmed if it happens every single time I run through it. I'd almost rather do dark room. Weight room is nice because of the 4 intersection, but half my steps would put me down to 29. That's risky. If I had the utility closet, I could solve the problem in this area. With that being said, let's see if we get it. We'll go this way. That way we're not flying completely blind. Alright, the garage. Garage, boudoir, or nuke. The garage gives us 3 keys, and if we get car keys, gives us maybe an upgrade disc. Might have also been a note of relevance at some point. Dates are something that are important in this game. The thing is, it's a dead end if I do that, which means I would have to go either all the way to the east wing or go to the dark room. We'll do... I don't like spending gems. Boudoir also has a free gem. If I want the gem or the key, probably gonna need gems actually for special rooms. The reason why it says a gem because it's the safe always has a gem. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do for food, chat. Got that. So there are 8 of these safes, according to... You guys can't see it, but I've been writing it down in my note. With the picture puzzles, with the the letter difference between different drawn pictures, hand-drawn pictures in each room. The last 5 lines are 8 dates, crack 8 safes. The first 4 lines I don't know. I don't know if those first 4 lines are excruciatingly important. I could almost assume that they're not, but I almost don't want to risk it. Didn't I already have funeral parlor? I did not. Ooh. Billiard room, though, is just safe. This gives me steps. That would also cut off that access. I can get a lot of gems. I can get an item. Usually a special key or something. I can get kitchen or food. This would be 4 gems, which is pretty fucking good. If I don't fuck up the puzzle. Alright, what's the puzzle? The statement on the white box is true. Statements with the word white are always true. The gems are in the white box. Fuck. Okay. Statement on the white box is true. Statements with the word white are always true. The gems are in the white box. So... these all refer to the white box. Which almost makes me think on default it has to be the white box, logically. But so, not every statement can be true, and not all of them can be false. So, that alone means that this is false as a statement. Which means this is also false. These 2 are false, which means this has to be true. By default. Give me them gems. Yeah. And like, otherwise there wouldn't be enough information to solve. First key. Yeah, I kind of have to, don't I? Did I require a new... Probably not. Commissary would be good if it had a shovel. Nook is for keys. I kind of need keys at the moment. Kind of need them keys for the moment. Rude. I see you, Fox. Ooh, courtyard. Courtyard may have a shovel in it. Gymnasium would also not be terrible. It'd be one less red room in the pool. It'd also allow me to go north. It would also cost me only a couple steps. I can get one gem, or lose one gem, maybe get a shovel. Got a new badge icon from Honey today? Nice. Ooh, we're getting this. It's not the best, but it's also pretty good. Only had a damn shovel. Anyway, this is what I was hoping for. For Discord, that is. He bought the commission back on my birthday in September. Nice. Ooh, dining room. Yes. This is probably a good spot for it too. Yeah. Oh, dining room. What glorious meal is waiting for moi. We don't want to go too far north. Ooh, Chamber of Mirrors. This would not be a good spot for it because I would not be able to access every door that would let me do the puzzle. I need to be able to access it in 4 different directions. Commissary would cost me a gem. Billiard would leave a dead end. I guess commissary. You have shovels in here? There's a shovel in here, chair. Alright, do I want a set of gems? Maybe? Shovel might do a lot of work for me right now. I don't know if I need the magnifying glass. It's always safe to have one. Okay, we'll call it there. Gems are there in case we need it. Also, money. Alright. And got coin. Nice. Okay. This is working as intended so far. Actually, where am I? I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Need to figure out the puzzle in this room. Kitchen would be good right now. I don't like my options here. Honestly, though. Probably kitchen. Kitchen's the only good one I have. It's gonna be real hard to fill out this place. Anyway, what are my pictures? We have tag, Coast-C, with and without. What is here? Coast-C, beach, cliff. 10. Like tag and 10 are the only 2 things I could think of here. What else can that be? I need to figure out what these are, chat. I can think of a number of things this is. I can only think of like two for this. You have the number 10. You have a tag. Hmm. This is one of those I need to figure out. Pretty sure this row is just a problem child for me as far as figuring out stuff. Also, I need to go into the dining room and figure out what that one is. 5 counted, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I do. I put the kitchen up there. Good. I don't have a lot of money, but I can do some stuff. Hmm. C. C. If I were to do C, what could that be? Hmm. Tag and 10. My brain's breaking. Normally the words aren't hard, and they're not usually long. Usually like 3 to 5 letters. Coast. And usually one of them fits inside the other as far as spelling. Shore. Beach. I have 2 letters on this. Not that they're helpful letters. Let's go back here. Right. It's the wheat and the clown. Squinting intensifies on it yourself. Storm. Rain. Cloud. Wheat. Grass. Crop. Crop. Oh, these 3 rooms, I swear, chat. And this is just ES right here, as far as I'm aware. Like, I could probably brute force some of that, but you have 5 drop, drop and crop. No, because one there's a 1 letter difference, and usually one fits inside the other as far as letters. Drop and crop both have a letter that neither have. It's not just simply a rhyming game. It's like they both use the same letters except one has an extra one. Drop though. Farm. Why do both of you have to be such annoying pictures? There's 5 of these. They're wheat. They're a crop. Part of a farm. This is a storm, cloud. It's dropping rain, fall. God, my brain. My brain's just not making the connection. Oh, it's the number 5. Cloud. Storm. Rain. Grain. It's grain. It's a grain, chat. It's grain. It's grain. It's a grain. It's a grain. It's a grain. It's G. Grain and rain. God damn my brain. Alright, what the fuck is this then? We have G blank blank ES. I wouldn't be surprised if this is an I or something like that. This is probably... it's me thinking of what the difference here is. Tag 10. Ticket? It wouldn't be ticket. Number. Could be ID. But then what would this be? I feel like the difference is an I between these. But the issue is what... No. Maybe. Fuck. I'm trying to like think of words that have words inside of them. That was grain and rain. I feel really dumb about that. Beach. Each and each? That can't be right. B wouldn't make sense. Coast. Coast couldn't be it. Cliff. Cliff. Shore. Scene. I feel like it has. I have a suspicion that this word on this level is gives. Blank 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 gives 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Like, it's not a grammatically correct sentence, but you're also playing a game of like you're playing with 5-letter words all the way down. Oh, lo 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 lo. What is it? What is it? Grain and rain was the previous one. I feel dumb for not realizing that. Cliff, scene, beach. I could think of what this would be. Like, this could also be C, but then what would this be? There's one other room. If it ends up being a V in some way, then I know this is an I. I'm almost tempted to go back and dig everything, but I eventually have to make my way back this way anyway, so it's fine. Anyway, I need food. Do I need this one? This one's supposed to be M. There's a coin on the ground. Who would dare do that? Why is it? It's time and tie. That's what that is. Anyway, what's the special? 15 steps. A banana for 3. 5 for every red room in your house. Well, what do I got to tell you? I have 4. That'd be 20 steps for $5. Beautiful. And then a club would also be good, but I don't have enough money. 20 steps is pretty solid, though. And then I have another 15, and then... Actually, wait. What was the special for the day? I didn't catch it. Stuffed wild quail. Ooh. Trophy room. I've never had a trophy room. Anyway. This room is locked. Is it locked from this side? If it's not, I'm gonna go through. Key for each bedroom, garage, gymnasium. Probably gymnasium. I don't want to block this whole path. Ideally, I want to try to see if I can fill out most of these rooms. Also, we don't know this one, right? We do not. Spine and pine. I knew this word would probably be small. Okay, small blank 8. Small blank 8 dates, crack 8 safes. So there are 3 words we need to figure out. Gotcha. Also, running shoes. Never had quail before. Neither have I, but I mean, it's poultry. Why would I not want it? Why would I not want it, chat? Ooh, it's locked. Might be worth backtracking now. A bit risky. Just because I don't want to waste my last 2 keys, and I have a lot of steps. I don't want to go here. I think I want to go as far as I can to get back over here. Avoid the dark room. It'll also, since I have a shovel, allow me to dig to my heart's content. So maybe I'll get gems and keys. Not likely. I feel like mostly I just get food and money. Speaking of. Most of these are going to have next to nothing in them, though, but, you know, take what I can get. It cost me a lot of steps, but that's fine. Woo! Another key, worth it. Alright. I don't think there's much that way. I do want to dig anywhere that I can dig. There was a dig spot in here, right? No, there wasn't. Just a loss of my step. Sage. Ooh. Silky. Silky is very good. Very good indeed. And I'll lose money here, but might get it back. Speaking of, I got it back. I don't think there was any dig spots there. More coins. What's this out here? An awful fancy hallway. Alright. Can I get this room? I can. Chamber of Mirrors would be bad still. Walk-in closet, 4 items. Not terrible. Hate that I'm kind of cutting off my main ways around, but that's fine. Yeah. Key, you. Money, key. Do I have this one? I should have everything on this one. This is the 4th floor level. Yes. And library helps you with information. It does. There are 2 more books I need to read, though I might want to look for some other books. We've read 3 of them. We've read the Architecture Digest Volume 3. We've read Swimbird, and we've read the Pump Manual. So there are 2 others. There's the Sights of Reddington, and then something else. What is this room? I think we'll just use a regular key. Billiard wouldn't be bad. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms is pretty good, though. For 2 gems, though, that's a lot. We'll do this one. I do not want a dead end up here. Uh-oh. Coin? Coins. If I could find a way to connect this all back together, that would be amazing. It's going to be hard to get all this connected, I feel like. I kind of limited myself a little bit. Alright. 13 minus 4 is 9, minus 2 is 7, minus 3 is 4. We have 14 and 8 is 22, minus 20 is 2, times 10 is 20. We have 8 and 13 is 21, minus 1 is 20, times 5 is 100, divided by 10 is 10. And 2 keys. Alright, we're sitting really good right now. This is level 5. We have everything for 5. Oh, these are... Observatories acceptable. Is the only acceptable one. Locksmith is good, but that would mean I would have to go all the way back. This is 11, right? Also, this is still 5. Yeah, 5 is done. What are we getting? Yes, Chad, yes. Beautiful. Also, my character, my avatar's a little... Because I can't sit still properly, chat. Alright, what's 12? Access the dead. Dead end rooms are more common today. Yeah, we don't want that. Sale, everything is 50% off. Borealis bloom of the sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers. Flowers are not something we've encountered, but I've seen references to those a couple times. You know, silver key might be good here. Silver key would be good here. I do not wish to lose half my steps. The cloister... costly. Conference room is good. I don't know if there's anything in the conference room we need. Let's see, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be level 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Probably the cloister, I think. Cloister is probably what we want. It'll give us options. And then boop and boop. More coins. More coins. Kind of want the soundtrack for this game. Oh, maybe they sell it separate. I haven't actually looked. Alright. We have several access points. Ideally, I would like to fill this out, and that would go good too. This one, okay, this works. Ooh, an aquarium would be perfect. Would be perfect, and then that could be whatever dead end it needs to be. Cost a bit. Cost a wee bit. Alright, there's money. What's in here first? More money? More money. I don't know how we're supposed to make as much money as the game requests of us. Okay, this gives us stuff going north. Honestly, probably not the best item to have. At this point, though, not bad. The issue is we have nothing that opens any of the antechambers. Alright, what are you? Perfect. Study would be perfect right here, actually. May spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. This would be a perfect room for study. Alright. Anyway, give me the die. Love, love, sting, sing, crowd, crow, groan, groan. Groan, gown, sorry. Snack and snack. Base ace. Alright. Tiger and Tier. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. Aquarium we don't have the answer for. We should look at that if we can. There's a safe in here as well, yes? Why can I spin this? For funsies? For funsies, I guess. I doubt it, but that's fine. Sturdy, study, face ace, acre, lace, beard, bard, gold old, cold cat, vile, viral, smile, mile, draft, raft, craft, raft. Alright, I have to just keep in mind words he might use. This is weird, it has no thing here. Alright, Cinca Co. What is the hint for this? D8 is date. What date though? Definitely nothing here. There's another queen here. Five, 6, 7, 8. So this is related to this, I think. Thing is, there's no visible date that I can think of. Is it just today's date? Shoot, what's today's date in the game? It'd be 11 something. How far? This day 6 was the 12th. We're 19th, 7th, 13th. 8th is 14th, 9th is 15th. 10th is 16th, 11th, 17th, 12th, 18th, 13th, 19th, 14th, 20th, 15th, 21, 16th, 22, 17th, 23, 17th, 23. 1824, 1925, so today would be November 25th. No. $1993? No. What dates do I have for Queen? Soundtrack isn't separate? That's unfortunate. Is this a queen or a king? My brain says king, but I always get the queen and king pieces messed up. This is a legit ask. Is that a queen or a king piece? I can't remember. That might be special. Yeah, okay. Lovely. Because it's on D8, which, if you put those together, is date. It's like, okay, you have a queen or king on a date, according to the board. The question is, I mean, it kind of has a crown. I don't know. Maybe the answer is somewhere else. I feel like it's not, because this is a bigger version of this. So either the information is somewhere I don't see, unused pairings. Queen kind of goes straight up typically. Kind of looks the queen. I thought it was the queen. The rather skinny piece. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what the date is. If it ever comes to me, I guess I could look it up. Alright. Let's continue exploring, I guess. Alright, we need this one, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in the middle. Alright, this is the paint and plane one. Lie. Paint. Also, is there anything in here that's important? I should consider. There's might be actual information in the aquarium I haven't even considered looking to see if anything's there or not. These are referring to special rooms or specific rooms. Okay. World. Plane. Air. Raw. Raw. I can solve one of these two rooms. I'm suspecting... This is a V. Wait. What did we determine the cloister was? Did we solve that one? I don't know if the cloister has paintings, pictures in it. Let's assume it's like a V. What would be a V between the two of these? I don't know if that's true though. Small blank. Small 8 dates, crack 8 saves, small something. There's nothing that gives me V's between these, so it's probably a different word. Guy. Fly. Plane. Craft. Draw. Shoot. This one and that other one. Really just throw me for a loop, chat. I guess if I confirm this is E, then we might be good. Are there pictures in here, though? I don't think there are pictures in the cloister. Yeah, I think they removed those. Okay. We're not gonna get an answer that way. Because I initially marked an E and an S for these two rooms. Like this was E, this is S, this is a G. I'm looking for the letters for these two rooms. This one had the coast and the tag. And then this one has painting the world and flying a plane. I just don't know. I'll just have to think on it. Library's probably good right here, actually. The issue is that we're running out of places to go north. Could redraw. But do I want to try to check something out? Also, I don't have this. No, I do. It's an A. Because it's paint and pint, so A, yeah. Fun book. Nice. Alright. Let's see. We've read this, and this. History Orienda. Fixed Stars, and Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. We'll do the history. The history might give us valuable information. Stars might not give us anything more than what we already have. Alright, we don't have access to go down. It's too fucking high. So, obviously I can't just fall down. Ooh, I should get a vault. Vault would be good. A vault would be amazing. That's not what I want to do. Mailroom is something we've never had, but that means I have nowhere north to go. Laboratory gives me access north. It also means that the dead end over there. We'll do laboratory. But I'm gonna go back to the cloister and unlock that other room. Wine cellar. Nothing. Battery pack. And 3 gems. And another key. Alright. MCC. This was what? 1213? This is the 2 family crests merged together. Do we have this room? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 we have coat and coast, so yeah. Alright, let's go to the library. We have 7, right? It should be an L. Still don't know how to solve this puzzle either. We have pain and plane. So that's an L. This is a new room. Although, shoot, fuck me. I do need the music room for information. The workshop also wouldn't be bad. Both of these have information. This has the most information. Gives me keys. Thing is, if I take this, I feel like I'm not going to be able to get up here. We'll pray we get music room later. I also kind of want the master bedroom, but it's fine. Okay, dinner bell. That's good. If we can find a way back, that would be amazing. Coin first. This is number 8, right? Oh, we already have this one, don't we? Fuck. We didn't need this. This is stones. Alright. What can we make? We have a lot of shit. Coin first go with anything? No. Battery pack and shovel to go together. What do they do? Nothing with what we currently have. Electromagnet. I mean, neither of these are necessary for me. Wish I knew what it did. About to find out. You are more likely to draw mechanical rooms while drafting. Automatically collects money and keys when entering a room. Ooh, that's not bad actually. Alright. Money. Money, 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 money. Money. Office is our best option. A weird little illusion trick. So the question is, are these supposed to be people? Also, do we have... We don't have... Actually, wait, I screwed up. Can I see the images from over there? I can't. We have paint. Box. Crate. Draw. We have a box, crate, storage, store. Also, it's Holly, the symbol on it. Also, is there anything in here? I know we have the safe over there. Greenhouse, antechamber. Are there any dates on here that we missed? Much material plans up to the last minute as soon as you decided definite plans. Cubox has correct functionality. Also, when you're out next week, please test. We got that information. Changes to the estate. Here, we just want to let you know the changes requested in your will have been implemented and authorized. If Your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit. Rest assured that your plans will be executed down to the last detail. And fuse box repair. The vac indicator lights all purchases have been turned on, however, it should be on the white indicator. Okay. I don't think any of these have relevant information. Okay, we don't have that. No. Oh, come on, let me look at that, actually. No, I can't touch any of them. March of the Count, I feel like is the relevant date that it's trying to reference here. I feel like these are all relevant dates we need to keep track of. So we have... Did I write these down at some point? I would hope I did. I did. Letter of the Queen, March of the Count, Follow the Lord, Passing of the Barons, and Herring of the Major. It could be hearings. Like, this is probably relevant. March of the Count. Do we have any dates in March? Not in my recollection. And this just refers to that. I don't think you had any information on you. I wish I knew what those two are. I don't want to waste a step. Potentially regret doing this. Oh wait, we have plant and plan. That seems easy. That's a T. Only if it was as easy as what this is. Also, this book looks weird. Can't interact with it though. Wait, are these the hints? I can't imagine they are. Could be though. Maybe. Weird little puzzle. I don't have any idea what this could be. I'm not sure if I know what these are over here either. Oh, Lord. Paint, draw, hand, crate. Is it crate and create? Let me spell this out actually. C-R-A-T-E C-R-E-A-T-E. Oh. Maybe it's an E. Unless I'm spelling that wrong. Am I right? Hello, honey. Welcome. Paint, draw, hand, crate. Yeah, I think it's crate and create. Like you're creating here. And if I'm not dumb, I might have spelled those right. Because crate is C-R-A-T-E, and then create is C-R-E-A-T-E. Missing letter would be that. What was the other paint one? It was paint in a plane. I don't know. Oh, you would make me use one of my 7 keys. Alright. I want to redraw. I would like a 3-room, please. Pretty please. Ooh, the foyer. We've never had the foyer. Rumpus. Fuck. It would mean I would have to go all the way back, and I don't know if I have the space to do so. If I can make it back to the dining room, I'd be good. Let's see. If I go in here, that'd be 1. That'd put me at 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Oh, it would be so fucking tight. Ooh. And that's without any nonsense, right? Okay. I can do it, I think. Hallway doors are always unlocked. The foyer we've never had. Rumpus room is good for money. Foyer is new. We'll do foyer. Painters on a plane. Sorry, Samuel L. Jackson. Oh. Wait. Might need this. Also, wait. We have fire. Crop. Grain. Match. Hand. 5. So this might be relevant to a lot of things. Also, this is kind of neat. Major. Baron. Can I interact with these? I cannot. Curious. Alright. At least not the way that I think I can. Fire, wheat, hand, busts. The busts are irrelevant. We're looking for 2 words that are practically identical aside from 1 letter difference. Crop. Pinch. 5. Wheat. Crop. Rain. We have fire, flame, match. Grasp. We grasps and grass, but I don't know about that. Plant. Fire, burn. Crop fire, ingy bingy, grass, weed hand. These picture puzzles are gonna drive me insane. This should be the last hallway we need, though. Wheat and heat. Wheat. Heat. Although I'm not sure if I like that answer. Because that makes this a something something WE. Although the space could be intentional because the antechamber doesn't have a letter. So it could be something we blank small blank 8 dates crack 8 safes. Okay. Anyway, what is your guys' business? Do 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 do. Flight of the Queen. Any secrets? Jari Yena. We have the hearings of the major. E4. Wait. Ariana. E4. Baron Edward Sinclair. Baron Thomas Sinclair. Lord William Epson. Count Isaac Gates. We have Flight of the Queen, March of the Count. We have a Lord, a Count, 2 Barons, 1 Major, and a Queen. So we have Flight of the Queen. Don't know what the fuck that even means. Jari Yena. And after is the March of the Count. Isaac Gates. Don't look at me like that. I see that. I'm lost. Do queens fly? I don't know. This has all of them labeled, which makes me think it might be relevant to the office because there's a safe in there. That would be helpful. March of the Count. Fall of the Lord. It might be just something that I don't understand. I can't interact with them. At least it's not giving me a visible interaction. Passing of the Barons. Yeah, Baron Thomas Sinclair and Baron Edwin Sinclair. And then you have hearings of the major. It says key 4. Major Nicholas key 4. This is like weird on that. And then this is the antechamber. Okay. Well, whatever game that is, I have to make my way all the way to the dining room and then hope I can explore the rest of this. I've gotten some information out of this, so take that as a win. Because there's a safe here. Just don't know. See, it has all the busts. Maybe it's just counting the busts, but I'm pretty sure all of them are related to a date. Let's just assume it's that. We have one. We know which one's the queen. We have one queen. I don't want to waste too many more steps. The barons are in the middle. That's the major. Then we have the count and the lord. You're the... Fuck. Alright, let's go with this. Let's say we have one queen. How many counts do we have? I'm at 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Okay. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I can go in there one more time. Okay, you're the Lord. You two are the Barons. You're the Count. You're the Queen, and you're the Major. You're Count. You're Lord. Other two are Barons. You're the Major. So, mustache, goatee. Or no, we'll just go double mustaches are Baron. Queen is Queen. Full beard is the Major. Clean shaven is the Count. And the Lord has mutton chops. Are these busts interactable? No. They are not. Alright, the Barons have mustaches. So we have March of the Count, which is clean shaven. So we have one Count that I can see. 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 counts. Follow the Lord. The Lord had mutton chops, right? I do not see any lords. 0. Passing of the Barons. They're all the mustache folk. We have 1. 1, 2, 3. Technically, you're a Baron. That should be 4. We'll do 3 or 4. And then here into the Major. We didn't see a single Major in here. I'm gonna say 0. I thought these were supposed to be dates. They may not be. 14040. No. 144. Oh shoot! I screwed up. 1403 0. Did not work. All right. Fuck me if I know then. Unless I miscounted. I didn't miscount, did I? We have 1 count there. We have a queen. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well. Maybe it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I doubt it. That'd be funny. I'm pretty sure it's a date. Almost every one of these is related to a date. Alright, I can't screw up way back. Otherwise it will end the run. So I have to be very careful. Oh, the shoes might save me too. That's good to know. I have most everything I need to complete this whole layout. It won't get me to the end, but that's probably fine. Okay. I need to We should have enough steps. And here's our quail. I would love dinner, thank you. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure what information I really got out of this deal. That's fine. I can also go to the kitchen to get more steps. I don't think I need to worry about that. I think I just need to go north. I have 2 vault keys. Thing is, if I do it, it ends my run. And I have no way to freeze my assets. I only have 2 more gems. I can buy more at the commissary, though. I can buy more at the commissary. This has information I need. We'll do this. Well, thank you for the keys. Alright. Ooh, secret garden key, too. Okay. Alright. First word is find among the white. Find among the white blank under 2 stones. We have all but 1 word. Yeah. Also secret garden key, thank you. If I were to somehow get that, that would be good. Let's see, chart. Graph. This is 7? No, this is 8. What could these be? Gamble for gems. I don't need to gamble for gems. I can buy them. I'm not very wealthy, actually. If I had the vault, I'd be very wealthy. Curious about the vault, but I want to see how much further I can get here. Storage, graph, bar, crate. It's crate again. Chart would not work. Graph. No. Bearing sea salt and vinegar chips. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Crate, box, square. If it was crate, what would the other one be? Rate? No, it wouldn't be rate. That would not make a lot of sense. Rise. I don't know. We have the next room's information, so we can go this way. What special keys do I have? Oh, that won't work there. Fuck me. Might end my run. I have one redraw. Ooh. It's good. Sad thing. I don't have a way to use this properly. I don't have the gems, but I can go buy them. But I can't right now. Should have bought gems. Alright, I guess we're just getting information right now. That's fine. We got really far. I'll take it. Look, coins. What do we got? Fat. Boat. I guess. Is it O? Fat boat. Hello, flavorful. I'm glad you live. Maybe your brain's better than mine. Trying to solve a few of these. The issue is that I've had U before. So O blank OU blank T. Box, crate, graph, rise, chart. Not a cart, so I can't do like chart and cart. Yeah. And this room is for the first letter of that sequence, honey. Page. I doubt it's box. Trying to think what other words it could be. Cube. The thing is, the pictures won't change to something else that works. So these are going to be the same pictures in this room. Doesn't matter what this room ends up being. The word is banana. How are you doing, Flavorful? What you up to? Alright. I have the means to solve 3 more letters here. I'm just too dumb to do it. Fixing internets? That sounds like fun. I mean, it could be chart and cart, but this is not a cart. This is a box. Crater? I don't understand what the crater would work. Could be up. But what would this be? I mean, it could be crate and rate, but I just don't like that, because then what am I spelling here with COU blank T? That doesn't sound like it works. It's something obvious. They all are usually something obvious. I don't think it's a C. Crouton. Lovely. Court. Ooh. That would be a possibility. The issue is that I can't imagine they would have crate and this would be rate. Court would be an option. Could be that. I'll put a C question mark. We have to... Because the message goes something like, blank, we court, small, blank, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. As if this is court. The issue is I don't know... I don't think I have a... Yeah, I don't have a room here. So I'm missing these 2 letters, these 2 letters. This spells we. Unless this is supposed to be one longer word. This spells small. This spells G. And then I just can't figure out these 2 rooms. And then it's ES. And then everything else I figured out. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. But yeah, this could be crate and raid. I just... Because this is a rate of change. This would be a crate. That doesn't seem intuitive in the way that I would expect it to be. Alright, is there anything else I can do? I can look at the commissary again, see if I can figure out that one. Pisses me off that I can't figure it out. So this one, coast, like, I can only think of 2 things for this. Tag and 10. And if it's tag or 10, fuck is this? Because this is a coast, sea, cliff, beach, scene. Like, I can think of a number of words for that. It's just the other one I can't think of words for. Like cliffs of Dover. Label, maybe, for that one, but if that's label, then what would that be? Like, if I could figure this one out, I could more or less probably solve that word. But if that is court, then it's blank, weak, court, small, blank, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. These are the only 2 pictures in the room. The pictures are very identifiable because they're hand-drawn like this, and intentionally so, and they're paired, usually pretty close to each other. These are the 2 pictures that it refers to. Trust me, all the pictures are done in a very similar style. I'm asking for hints, but I'm not asking for the answer, so to speak. And when I mean that, I mean I don't want people just looking up the answer. Suggestions are fine. But I simply wanted to come up with the answer I would. The thing is, I'm not sure if I've had this picture work for anything else. Because the other one is a picture of a plane in the sky with a hand drawing or painting on the world. And that's for the aquarium room. So for that room, these 2, if I can figure that out, that'll solve this row. And then this row, that means it would literally just be these 4 letters I would have to figure out. Although, I've technically solved this one at one point. At least I thought it was you. So. And the game of these pictures is that they essentially both use a similar word with one having a different one different letter in it. So usually one fits inside the other, sort of. In fact, this literally says with and without. This was like one of the hints for these. And these pictures will not change into something that's easier to understand. These will be the same pictures in this particular square of the map, of the blueprint. So. This is the one that gives me problems, because I can't think of what else this could be. And I could think of a million things this could be. Geocaching now. Also, the other thing, they tend to be like 5 or fewer letter words pretty much every time. I don't think I've had anything longer than that. So if this is 10, let's say this is 10. What could this be? What option could this be? Being funny in there with the anti-disestablishmentarianism. Huh? How funny. I need you to start pronouncing the longest lettered Welsh city next, honey. I want to hear it pronounced. Because it's literally practically a sentence made into a single word. That is not correct, honey. I know the name. I could never pronounce it, but I know what it looks like. In my hippopoto monstros quipedialophobia. Daleophobia. I'm sure if I did that a couple more times I could pronounce it. Really can't think of what these could be. Such a cruel definition, that. Yeah. A lot of words are done that way, and I appreciate the humor. Because this could be cliffs, this could be sea, beach, coast, scene. I just can't think of what that could be. We have 10 and tag. It's the only things I can think of that I've used for previous images. That tag I've had for other images for 2 particular versions. Glyphs without tags. I feel so dumb. Dog tag and name tag. Well, what would that pair with? Like I think like dog tag, but like how would that even work with that? And wouldn't be a name tag because it doesn't have a name. So, and like I said, every one of these is used a five or less letter word for the hints. Not saying that it can't possibly be longer, but they're not using big words for these. So, like I initially look at this and like, oh, it's a dog tag or a tag or the word 10, the number 10 is on there. Number, which that's even pretty long. Oh, no. Room tag. Could be a room tag, but again, they're singular words is what they're using. Hello, Dope, by the way. I see you. If I can't figure this out, I'll probably just call the run and go into the next one. It just bothers me that I can't think. There's been a couple of them where I've had literally a light bulb moment, and it just like hits, like smacks me in the face. I feel dumb. Hello. Beach. Shore. Shore could be an answer to that. Coast. Cliff. I'm like saying these other words thinking that maybe I can find a smaller word inside of it. Tag would fit, right? Well, yes, but we're comparing these images. So if it's tag, then what's the other image's comparative word? Because remember, these both share essentially the word for one of these pictures fits into the word for the other with minus or except for one letter that makes a difference, and that letter is the hint for the room that I'm trying to spell for this clue. For instance, we had a pile of wheat and a storm cloud spewing rain. So the word would be grain for the wheat and rain for the cloud, or the storm cloud spewing rain. And the difference there is the G. So the G would be the letter for the room that I'm trying to find. The issue, I don't know what words these two can do. Is that a tree or something? I mean, there are trees in there, yeah. If we were to do tree, that wouldn't work either. It also feels cheap to do it that way. Yeah, you grasp the rules now? Yeah. So we've had, for instance, this picture right here, I've used it for 10 and tag. So we've had this one compared to a deer with antlers before. So it was tag and stag. Those were two words that were used. I've had bride and bridge, which there was a difference of a G between those. I've had, yeah, so cape is something I forgot about. Cape might be something that works, but the issue is what would it be? Yeah, I can think of a million words. Well, not a million. I can think of a lot of words for this. I just don't know where this fits with that. Border and order. Ooh. The potential for that is great. The only problem is that the letter before this is a G. So GB does not work. For instance, I'll go in here. I have steps. So this is the room next to it. So each line spells a word. Except for this doesn't have a letter in it, so it's like two letters, and then 5, so it goes down 5. So for instance, this from like here it says 8 dates, wrack, 8 safe, and I'm finding these top 4. This spells we. I don't know if it's individual or if it's combined with this. This we have potentially C, O, U, and T. And then this is small. This starts with a G because we have grain and rain. So B probably wouldn't work for this. Because I could think of border and order. Because you maybe think, oh, this is a tag for an order or something like that. They can be a little extraneous like that. We're looking for a word that's shared between these, but one has an extra letter in it. And that extra letter doesn't have to be the first letter. It could be in the middle or at the end. So that is also a possibility for that room. Like we count instead of we court. Count and court are also possible. So the message is blank. We either court or count small blank, and this row has a G blank blank ES. So who knows? And haven't really confirmed if this is E. I've confirmed that this is S. And I've confirmed that this is G. This one has a painting of the world, or someone painting on the world, and then a plane flying in the sky. Yeah. So, but like if I can figure this out, I could probably fill in the blank. But we've been thinking on it for a while. We can come back to it. But yeah. Essentially, I'm missing 5 letters if the C is correct. I just hate that I don't know what the connection here is. Oh, I imagine it has to be a vowel, right? It doesn't have to be. I feel like it has to be G, vowel, consonant, ES, but maybe not. Yeah, it's most likely a vowel. That's the thing that pisses me off a little bit, because vowels should be relatively easy. So A, E, I, O, U, not Y. Not likely Y, anyway. I can't imagine it'd be Y. That's if my other letters are correct. My E, I'm not as confident in. My S, I know for a fact is right. If I'm wrong, then I'd be really confused. 10. Like, this could also be C. But, like, this could be the coast painting could be C. Like, this is a C. But if that's the case, what is this then? Like, either there's a word I'm not associating here that works with tag. It's not always at the beginning or end. It can be in the middle. It can be anywhere within the word. That's the one stipulation. For instance, I had a picture of a tiger, and then I had like a tier cake. So the word was tiger and tier, where the G is literally in the middle. It could be any part of it. The beginning ones, the beginning rooms were pretty easy because they were obvious. Sea and sail. Ooh. Maybe. GL is another consideration. The issue... They don't usually mix up the letters. That's the only issue. If that makes sense. Usually, you just place the letter in the middle. You don't usually have to... I don't think there's ever been an instance where you had to rearrange the letters. You just place a letter in between. Sea and sail would potentially work if the rearranging was more common. Or if it ever happened. I don't think it's ever happened in my mind. Because sea and sail, that would be L. That'd be GL blank ES. Which would be kind of a rough one to figure out for the middle letter. But again, my E might be wrong. Alright, we'll just call it a day. We'll just call it a day. We know what the pictures are for these 2 rooms. They're not going to change. We just have to think on them, but we're spending a lot of time on it, and we're not getting much more value. We come close to solving the music sheet puzzle. Find among the white blank under 2 stones. Garden excavation site. Nice. So, we'll just move into the next round. Because I've spent way too much time on this just staring at photos. Ugh. Brain hurts, chat. When we could be solving other puzzles. To be fair, I'm pretty sure the pictures are supposed to be more difficult at that level, at that area, but it doesn't help me feel. For instance, here. We have a card with a queen, it's a face card, and then we have a card with the ace on it. So this was face and ace, so that was an easy one. It's an F between the 2. I'll show you some other ones as we go, but first I need to go open the outer room. Like, I've been able to more or less come to the revelation of all of them, except for maybe a couple that maybe Chad has helped with. Woo! This is new. We have not had the schoolhouse. I don't know why this is out room, but that's fine. Any information? Information would be nice. Or you... Wait, don't we already have you? Wait, we've not... Wait, I thought we had to open the other one. Or is this just another... Don't have to open the other door, chat. Well, we have the way down. Nice. Well, this is gonna make this run a lot longer. I see. I didn't think this had the lever. I thought it was the other outside permanent edition we have not unlocked yet, but it's not the case. Okay. I saw that note. Within a timely manner. Yeah? Closing address. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spend our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Letty Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention to my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dread not even dream, or dare not even dream. A dreamer, of course, the incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there. Though she deserves much more, I'll admit. Wow, that's a little spicy paragraph right there. To the architect of our new school, the Baron St. Clair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps and building Reddington yet another school, and for also allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our intern facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through the halls. A little sass here. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today who I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild, those here with whose parents before them I have also taught and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace. And yet, what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Damn. You know, this is a great teacher right here. Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I am still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at a slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end. Remember to give Miss Peterson her gift. Closing address. Alright, this is funny. It's great. I don't know if there's anything of relevance there, though. Yeah, these just go together. This is a speech put together. A bunch of books that were just abandoned within a timely manner. I'm just making sure I don't miss anything else. This might be a completely and utterly useless room aside from the classrooms that it gives me in the manor. Which will probably not help me, actually. Oh, wait, a key. Herbie. Hello, Herbie. I'm assuming that's my uncle. Herbert S. Sinclair. Pulling on an elevator to the Legend of Zelda theme boss. Nope. It goes to the underground, chap. We've been there once with the tomb. Some of you may have been here for that. This should allow me access to another part of it, though. Technically, I should be able to access it from here. The only time I've been able to access it is with the outside room to the tomb. The tomb. Alright, this might waste a bunch of my steps. We'll see. But exploring the rest of the underground would be beneficial. Going down. I feel like I'm in a Willy Wonka elevator right now. Please don't fling me out into the sky. That'd be bad for my life. But yeah, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff underground. I was about to say, how is this going to open here? Because this opened differently, I believe. Alright. Off the cliff I go! Miner's hat. Scripson Rutford Mining Company, Excavation Department, Foreman Log 3, date 7/2/1915. Let me write that date down. Foreman Log 3, 7/2/1915. Dates are very important in this game. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much larger arcade carved into this rock face. Not sure what that means. Last week when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. The site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Okay. Any goodies? No? Alright, I go deeper. More mining equipment. A loud as hell waterfall. Ooh. Okay. Wait. Shh. I think I can only solve this if I have the right rooms put down, chat. If I have the right rooms put down. This is the precipice underground. Okay. I don't know if those rooms spawn in the same spot, but good to know. Good to know. No, let me in. Let me fall. Ooh. This looks important. Ben Ayers, Robin Bird and Sons, 1905. Foreman's copy. Do not remove from side. Realm and Blank. Sigils of the Past and Present by Prof. R. Willard. Oh, I think I need this. Okay. Pillar, something of the first era found blank, either of a natural blank, halting from the creations blank, were accustomed to record blank various signs with the aid of blank. They did this in order that the blank of their realm might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of the leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of the kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells the story of the land. Even adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. Fuck. Oh, this looks important. I'm gonna start screenshotting. Sigil! To understand the realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Each sigil is composed of 4 things. The core, the dividing lines, the moats, the border. The core. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. Several examples from and then I don't know any of those, but those are important to know. The rays. Where are the pages, chat? No point reading. No point reading. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. Scorched air and blazing sun cause otherwise straight rays to appear shimmering. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. For more extreme stormy weather, a jagged lightning-shaped ray is used. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms in which snow is a common occurrence. Windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curved lines, rays buckling under the high winds. Moats. On each sigil floating between the rays are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on a sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed. If they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. Gives strong mist vibes? Maybe. I mean, this is related to kingdoms, not to magic, so that's fine. Tribal, primitive realm. Did I take a picture of this one? I think I did. If not, we'll figure it out. Architectural, harvest, and farming-based society. I'll just take another one. Commercial, metropolitan, academic, industrial, spiritual, poetic. The border around each sigil is an adorned edge serving as a container for the information. Within, there are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. We have white, black, red, violet, pink, yellow, green, orange, white. Putting it all together by setting the core arrays, moats, and border facilities, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Banner, red banners, martial fog. First 3 games is good series. Yes, you brought that up before. It is on my radar. Alright. So I think this gives me access to the rest of the underground area, which might be activated by me opening this. This, however, I need to find the rooms with each of these pieces in them. I think the office has the king. Study has the queen. I believe. Rook, knight, the bishop is in the chapel. The pawn, knight, and rook I don't recall. But those rooms can be placed anywhere, so I assume I have to place those rooms and then put them down. I'm assuming. That's the only thing that makes sense. If not, then I'm confused. And I imagine I have to find a book that fills in the blanks or the missing pages. Either way. Not as much progress down there. But we have it. We have it. And that's important. I'm also starving, which I don't have to. I'm gonna die. See, now this is gonna open up differently than how it just did. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, but that's fine. Alright, there's still one extra outdoor fixture we have not unlocked. I think we get it from the laboratory, and it's over in that cliff face. That big mansion has a kitchen you can raid. It does. I have to find it first. We'll start this way. Does the library have one of these? Wait. Let's do corridor first. I don't like... See, this is a crowbar. This is praying hands. So pray and pry was the answer for this. Wait. Yes, pray and pry. A being the difference. Classroom! We've never had the classroom before. When drafting in classroom, you may draw new floor plans one time for each draft room in your house. Do I want to spend... I mean, I've never been in the classroom, so I guess. Grade 1! Blue, violet, red, green. This is the house colors. What are you? Benny! B+, color worksheet. Fill in each object below with its correct color. Each color is only used twice. Okay. My favorite color is red. Okay. The banana, so... This is red, this is red. This is green, this is green. This is blue, this is blue. This is purple... Then the rest of them, I don't know. So one of these is orange. One of these is... Oh god, this is probably actually important. Jesus. 10 out of 12 are correct. Okay. Each color is only used twice. Understood. Think the lizard should be green? Yeah, the lizard's green. So the wagon and the fire hydrant is red, so red's accounted for. Green's accounted for. I think blue, pond, and blueprints make sense. Blue is accounted for. Yellow has 1. Purple has 1. Orange has 1. Let's see. Make sure there's 6 colors. Blue is off. The blue, red, and green are done. So blue is pond and blueprints. Green is lizard and broccoli. Red is wagon and fire hydrant. We have 3 flags here. We know the one that's not right for sure. Is the blue one. If there are only 2 mistakes, then the blue and the lizard are wrong. So that means the mountain is yellow. The heart is orange. That's a terrible heart. There we go. And the timepiece is purple. Tetris piece. Yeah, because it says 10 out of 12 is correct. The lizard is clearly supposed to be green. So that's one of the mistakes. And the fact that blue is used 3 times when blueprints and pond make sense for blue means that flag can't be blue. So that means the other 2 flags are correct. The last one needs to be yellow. Fish piece. Yeah. Classroom puzzle. Can you find the difference? This is dessert. This is desert. There's an extra S. That's the answer. Anyway, what else do we have here? Oh. We have multiple of these. Okay. This was for Benny. Benny. Where I put my thing? Benny. With 1 less N than I actually wrote. This is 9 out of 12. So if we compare, then we're good. This is Freddy. I'm pretty sure from the first one I don't need these other ones. These are correct. These are correct. This is all correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Which means these 3 are wrong, and that makes sense. So this confirms my previous suspicion. B plus, 10 out of 12. These are correct. These are correct. Those are correct. Those are correct. This and that were correct, and that were correct. So these 2 are wrong. You must really like red. Only two are right. Okay. Grade 1. Giant-ass globe. Is there a reason to do this? I'll take that. Is there an actual puzzle for me to solve? Like, those symbols make sense. I don't know what the symbols are related to, but I know they exist. I just don't... Okay. Those symbols probably pop up later. Just have a whole journal for this. I have a journal I'm writing in, yes. It is something. Alright, we have the chapel here. This has the bishop. We'll do it. Blue is superior color. And preferable to green and purple. Right? Yeah, this has the bishop piece. That's important. Did the entryway have one of the pieces? It might have had a pawn. Shoot, you might have had. Thing is, there's a couple rooms that have different things. Library has information. I like information. So this is stair and star, as you can see. So the I is the extra. Anyway, coupon book. Do love me coupon book. And then my new book to read. The History of Orendia. Second edition. This book was reviewed and cleared for publication by the Fen Aries Central Board of Education. I'm going to write down this date. November 26th. We're on day 20. 20 is 11/26/93. It has been edited to conform to our department standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate and unsuitable for public dissemination by Caleb Manning. Who was the name that we needed? That was a pseudonym? Who had the pseudonym? Kirk Darren. Whoever the heck that is. Oh, look, we're redacted. Redacted. The name used to designate the realms of eastern waters. Redacted is no longer redacted. Known to the average citizen. Redacted of the elder generation. Redacted. Redacted, we must. Redacted. Permit our leaders to enjoy us to abandon redacted our past. Redacted. Nigeria. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era, often denoted as Nigeria. I don't know if this is relevant information or not. But the ascension of the first king blank, whose name Horus. Alright. First era. Jera. Horus. King. Would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Horus was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and influence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are most limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we deduce... We'll just put merchant next to him as well. We can deduce that these ledgers that Horus had but one aim, expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Horus, and by the end of the 1st century, the redacted new kingdom was born. Second era. It was the 4th king... Or king who split this vast domain into 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields, mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province, and heart spring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift, redacted. To the youngest he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch-Ares. Ares. Middle child. The land of northern storms. A wild and untamed expanse which all the time is not as developed, but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to the middle child, his only daughter, he gifted... Wait. No, that was the youngest, not middle. I'm special, chat. I'll surely read that. Cramming that in there. His only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Raja. Raja. Middle child. A land steeped in tradition. Third era. I don't know how much of this information is relevant. The second era drew to a close. The three sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of the lands and developing unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the third era was defined by blank. Commerce between three realms further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. Hey, we know those symbols, chat. We know those symbols. Oh, okay. We know these symbols. We know these symbols, and we just literally saw them in the previous room. Okay. What was the Northern Kingdom again? The youngest got the North Storm, so Arch Ares is this symbol, which is, as according to my previous page, yellow. And this was given to the youngest. Middle child. Raja. Okay, so we're given like peaceful information. So we don't know the name of that one, but the middle one is the heart. Which is orange. Which was given to the oldest. And then the middle child, the Raja, which is the timepiece, which was purple. Middle. The only name we don't have is in the whatchamacallit. Fourth era. There's a page within the page. I'm making a big mess in my notebook. This is fine. As the kingdom entered the fourth era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desilets the Third. The hell is this name? Third. Was a blank. King often who is seen drinking, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well. Baron Sinclair, thank you so much for your cooperation with our department in this investigation. We know our presence has never convenient, especially for someone of your social status, so it means all the more that you are not only tolerant, but also willing to aid in our efforts to getting the business done as quickly as possible. We are returning with this letter, the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I had hoped. I had heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if first edition and uncensored copy of the history of Orinda could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's own collection. But perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I say, well done, fair play, and perhaps on my next visit we'll have a laugh about the after you've given me the actual manuscript. Okay. Is there a first edition? Of what's the name of the book? The History of Orienda. Oriendia. To the other rooms. Sure, 10. Shorten. Take the E out. No. That's not how that works, though. Sorry. So, I'll show you in this room here in a minute. I see where you made, how you came to that, and without the explanation of the rules, it can be a little confusing. Let me show. For instance, we have stare, S-T-A-I-R, and we have star. So, all good, just like, yep, no, you're good. I appreciate you looking in, or trying to think of ideas. So, stare and star. Star fits within stare. The only difference being that there's an I in between the A and the R. If that makes sense. So, usually one word fits inside of the other completely, and there's the only difference being one letter. So, what you put there is sure and 10. So you were thinking the extra letter was an extra E between the two, when that's not how it's supposed to work. So for instance, we've had trying to think of another. We had tag and stag. So tag fits within stag, but it has an S in front. You have desert and desert, which is literally sounds exactly the same. The difference being one is a food and one's like the sandy geography, and one has an extra S in its spelling. We have tiger and tier, which tier fits within tiger, with just if you put a G between the E and the I. Oh no, wait, am I spelling that wrong, or am I? It's T-I-E-R, right? For tier, I believe. So between the I and the E, you put a G in there, that gives you a tiger. So that's how the rules are supposed to work. Otherwise, my brain would be even more fried if I was trying to do it the way you were doing it. Anyway, back to reading. Thales was renowned as the king of blank. No one, when he made the decision to move Ming Castle court behind, the people who were overjoyed by this choice and were those that viewed the king's content to be uncompetitive. As common folk, these blank voices planted a seed which took root in the grand city of Fen. Era of Ruin. 5th era? Yeah, 5th era. Ruin. King Decelis III, the 4th era, came to abrupt and thankfully the king died. On the very next day, the 6th of October, king died on 10/6. The blank Prince of Learsum of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a blank number of supporters due to the fact that the Cells IV shared blank little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. Okay. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of innocent echoed through the city streets stained in red. Okay, civil war. Learson of Fen. The brutality of the pacification offend did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together, they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch, Ares, and Nuance. So the orange one is called Nuance, you said. Understood. However, even the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years. 22 years. And Saul buried one in every 3 men. Prince Learson added himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death, he had 1. Horus had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place, red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of the lives of the South, forever exiled. And then the current era. Jesus, this book is long. I probably don't need all this information, but today the realm was inherited by the 3, Fen-Eris, Arch-Eris, and Araja. The Nuance was renamed Fen-Eris. Don't know. E. What's the E? Why the E? The other room, sure. E, what? Huh? Oh, I'm rereading old stuff. That's fine. I'm confused. My brain. And Russia once again stand united as allies. So this between our peoples has grown. Our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and the birth that span across our realm serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history and a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen. The land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. Blank. Okay. Well, so be it. Is there a piece in here? A little chess piece? This would be a room I would suspect a chess piece would be in. 6. That's just trying to break my brain at this point. Alright, I don't see any chess pieces. I'm assuming this is irrelevant. Yeah, I guess we keep going for a little bit. Ooh, Rumpus Room is pretty good. Weight Room is pretty bad. We can get a fortune, chat. We have another bishop here. I don't like that there's another bishop here, because there was one in the chapel. Although one was black and one is white. For instance, we have tie and tier. The R would be the difference here. Right? Yes. Alright. Anyway. Money. Give me the money. And then we'll get the fortune from the Great Alzara. Get a key card. That's good. That's very good. That's very, 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 very good. Checkers. Okay. The Great Alzara, I request your fortune telling powers. Bestow upon me your knowledge.
And as it was for
okay, I have to be quick, chat. I might miss it.
I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great
Alzara.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
I would love that.
Yes. The fog is clearing. I see a shadow in the doorway.
Okay.
Silent footsteps in the hallways. An unlatched gate you did not open.
Wait, is there an intruder in the mansion right now? Excuse me.
A missing item you did not take. I see a young boy watched from afar.
Okay, I'm not getting information. I'm just being told I'm being stalked.
A young boy who once was brave, but now afraid.
Lovely. Yeah, that's the tomb.
What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Al-Azhar.
Okay, I don't think I got any information aside from the fact that I'm being
Until
watched.
the dawn of
Lovely.
the following day.
I'll write that in big letters in my
I
notebook.
would have
I'm
nothing more to say.
being watched. Big underlined bold. There we go. Who are you? What do you want? Alright. Probably don't want to go any further north right now. Need to collect. Yeah, there's
What's your offer?
So we have a white bishop. $1,000,000. White bishop. And forget how the board was set up. I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it'd be. It's 9 going up. So we'll just do A. So A2. Black bishop is in B3. You don't have any funny little things in here, do you? No? Okay. So I see this hat. That's interesting. Is there a pawn or something here? I felt like maybe something's here. It's not. Okay, let's go this way. I have no more. I have no more gems because I am but a poor little lad. Alright, the question is, who's stalking me? We have a white rook. Turn the slab. If I can get all of these, that'd be great. In A, B, C, D1. This is probably not the proper way to do this, but that's fine. I don't care. Hello, flavorful. I guess gymnasium. Not a fan, but I will take it. See, this is bat and bath. Bat fits within bath. Extra H. I want it. Oh. Me. Is there a chess piece in here? No. There's not. Oh wait, there's a black pawn. Thing is, the pieces were blue, so I don't even know if this matters at all. This is E2. Anyway, the box next to this box is true. Both boxes next to this box contain gems. That's false. So you're false, which means you're true. The box next to this box contains gems. Thank you. I wouldn't mind a closet here. Ooh. Perfect. Tag and stag. Alright, we get a north compass. We get a die key and a silver key. Silver key is very good. A good center room choice. We have car and cart. Car fits within cart with T. The only guess I got for sure in tag is Lee and C. What's Lee? Also, that wouldn't work because all you did was switch letters out between the two. One does not fit within the other. It does not work, unfortunately. How do I want to fucking set this up? I need gems. I got a lot of gems. I'd like more gems, though. Maybe we do a hallway. Lock and lock. Lock fits within clock. Clock has C as an extra letter. Could do a storeroom, or I could do code check. Code check wouldn't be bad. Coast and cost. There's something we could use. That would be an A. Potentially. There we go. Potentially. I'm gonna put a questionable A there. Next one we need to figure out is the painting and the... Wait. What if it's gates? We count small gates. Something we count small gates. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Well, some of that doesn't make sense to me still, though. But maybe it's gates. So in which case a T and a... Plane and planet. It is a T. Plane and planet. No, it's gates. So we count, court, something, small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. So I don't know what the first part of that means. It's probably a 2-part message. Ooh, drafting studio. We have not had that in so long. That's such a good room. Okay, we're probably not going to get a full clear in this area. This is fine. I need a draft. I need to draft the new room. Day 1 started on November 7th. I think that's a lie, but that's fine. This is the studio room, or the other draft. Yeah. Great Hall partitioning plan for Thursday, November 26th. We get that that's important. We've read that. There's nothing underneath there. What's this one? This one was an E? Burn fire is what that was. Gotcha. Alright. In the drafting studio, you'll be able to choose a brand new floor plan to permanently add to your draft pool. Nice. Alright. Vestibule looks really good. Clock tower sounds so cool, but it was just not very useful initially. Each time you enter dormitory after drafting a room, or draft room, gain 10 steps. Whenever you enter vestibule, 3 of the doors in this room unlock and the 4th one becomes locked. Ooh. That sounds neat. Clock out. Tomorrow you will start with 1 key for each time room you draft today. And then there's I expect for a draft room. Indeed. Indeed, it is quite lacking the win. But yeah, cost would make sense. You could think of it as a price tag. That would make sense. Vestibule. Yet modestly sized hall, it has served as the original antechamber in the old days before eventually being removed from the estate for having doors that were prone to becoming stuck. Kinda want this one. Cost 2. That's fine. We'll add this to it. Vestibule has been added to the floor. Nice. Pick the vegetable. Oh wait, shoot. I have to choose one of these first. I guess den. I'm not touching this whole hallway here. Anyway, is there a chess piece in here? There is another black rook. Don't I? Or black pawn. Don't I already have a black pawn? I do have a black pawn. I had a black pawn in E2. Now I have black pawn in D4. Makes me think the white ones are the ones that are important. Unless these pawns don't matter at all, in which case I need to figure out how they work. Alright, we have the den. Give me that gem. Chart and cart. Cart fits within chart. H is the extra. We have a golden pawn. Is that what makes the difference? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, D5. Tomorrow is yesterday of today. Indeed it is. It's locked. Wouldn't be bad having a 4-way door here, actually. Come on, give it to me. Well, that kind of ruins the fun a little bit. I could redraw. Might do that. I only have one though. Archives hurts. This is probably fine. Conference room. Great Hall I kind of need. Tiger tier. Spreading items. Safe code 9083. The red ones are supposed to be lies unless written by hand. Take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. This is supposed to be a lie, but maybe it's not a lie. 9083. We can try that. I don't think it works though, because I was told red notes are a lie, which could mean this. Fuck. I don't know. I don't know. Kind of care. Chart and peacock, no. Showroom is a good room, but I'm poor. So very poor. We'll do, I guess, pantry. There's not a chess piece in here by chance. No. Not that I can see. Ooh, it's giving me the Great Hall a lot, which is good because we have the drafting studio, which tells us what the Great Hall looks like, which will give us access to the antechamber. The issue is we don't have the Great Ladies chamber, so, you know. I could dead end that. I could just do this. Wouldn't be bad. The thing is, all these rooms are locked, so, nope. Alright. I feel like I have to go back to the entrance hall. This is a lot of wasted steps for me, though. I'm getting some benefits out of this. Alright. Interesting. So that's a dead end. That's a dead end. That works. That goes to the side door. That goes to the side door. These two, one of these two has a lever. As you go in. Got you. Another classroom. Now, do the classrooms change? That would be interesting. Dark room's probably fine for this. Yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter what. Ooh. No, my steps! I didn't mean to walk in there. Gosh dang it. Well, I might end my run. Weight room takes half of your steps. Pass. I can try getting a kitchen or something. I mean, spare room's probably easiest. I can get a guest bedroom, but that means I have to walk all the way back again. But we won't do that. Not a fan of that either, but it saves me walking back. 9 steps left, though. Alright. There's another golden pawn here. So I don't know if the pawns mean anything. Also, isn't there normally like an item in here? Sometimes not. Okay, I don't care. Alright. That's a dead end, and that's a dead end. That leads to that door. These two, one of these two has a thingy in it. Alright. None of these are gonna help me, unfortunately. Dining room, I guess. So I'm assuming the chess puzzle I'll have to figure out at some point. At some point. Brassy cameo. It is nice. It is nice. Honestly, probably not even worth. Give me food, gosh darn it. Oh. My run is quickly coming to close. But you know, that's stream time anyway, so. Sad that this is only my second run, but we've made some progress. Kitchen. Kitchen is everything I want. Crafting has that as well. Unfortunately the kitchen is just a waste of space for me. Now I have to walk back to the conference room. Oh well. That's the only potential hope I have of getting anything right now. Alright, what can I afford? I have a lot of coins. I have no green rooms. Alright. No. I've not been a very green thumb today. Alright. That gets me a little bit. What's our special for today? Wood fired pizza. That sounds good. Sounds delicious even. And I have 1 key. I have 1 key. A singular key. And I have more steps. Alright. Does this other room require a key as well? No. No, it does not. It requires gem. I guess guest bedroom is all I can do. Gosh darn. Ugh. Food, chat. Starving. I require sustenance. Is there nothing in here either? Normally there's like goodies. This run's kind of cursed me a little bit. We got at least a little bit of value. But jeez. Alright, well. Last door. RNG is just not good today. Cannot get the passageway, so I have 2 dead ends. So I guess this. Sure. We'll end the run there. Hey, look, money. But yeah, plane and planet was the words, the T being the difference. So we have all but 3 letters. Blank, we count, or court, small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. I don't understand, but sure. Monies. Figure some things out, yeah. We have most of the painting puzzles or drawing puzzles figured out. We got a new room added to our repository. So we're missing 3 here, 2 here, 1 here, 1 here, plus the 46 room and the antechamber. Which the antechamber always exists, we just never been in it. 2 bedrooms, 1 being the master, 1 being I think the ladyship's chambers. We have all of those. We're missing 3 shops. I've only seen these, so I don't know how to get these. Red rooms, we have all of. Studio, we have classroom, solarium, and vestibule. And then outer rooms, we have all of them, which is great. It's great. Alright, we're gonna call it a... There's nothing else I can do. I don't know what the chess puzzle's for. Not much I can do about that. Unless there's a chessboard with each piece in each one. Shoot, there might be. Fuck. Because we know the queen is on D8, but I don't think that's comparative to the rooms, so probably not. The red villa. Yeah, we didn't get very far. Like this whole wing, we just couldn't get in anywhere. But that's fun. Do we have any of the letters from that missing word? No. To be fair, the top row might be 2 two-letter words. It's either 2 two-letter words or... Because the way it is, the letters, I'll show you here. Each room has a letter. The exception being this room is not included. There are 44 letters, each one. We have everything from here down. We have all that down. We have all but the middle one here. We have the 2 letters here, and we don't have any of the letters here. And there's no letter here, so I'm assuming WE is supposed to be we, but it could be part of a larger 4-letter word. I don't know. So, but so far, we have blank, we, and then either count, court, something. Small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. So the beginning part of the message, I don't know what that's for. The 8 dates, crack 8 safes makes sense because there's a bunch of safes in the manor, of which 2 I have solved. I've solved the one in the shelter, which is one of the outer rooms. I have solved the one in the boudoir. There's one in the office. There's one in the studio. I'm trying to think where else there might be one. There's those 2 for sure. The rest of them I don't know. I might have ran into 1 or 2 other ones that I just haven't figured out yet. So yeah. Yeah. And each of those safes, I'm assuming, has a red letter. Although I think there are only supposed to be 7 accessible ones that I can get it to. So I don't know. But anyway, we'll save and quit there. We'll call it stream there, chat.